I can talk to you. Why am I typing? No, left it to the pros. Left it to the pros. I am a Greek as well. I am from Crete. My family, anyway. That's why when you see me, I've got this like Simpson yellow colour. Let's cut that, sod that. You can come in. I can fast forward this now. Perfect. What's up, people? Yeah, like I was trying to watch the games earlier, and they had a bit of technical problem, which I felt. Do you know what I felt for the guys who were on the desk and who were, what's it called, casting. No opinion on the other bits. But you got to remember, this is a big tournament. So I actually requested straight away, thanks to PUBG Esports, they gave me the right contacts to go ask for a clean feed and to have a clean feed for this. I have a clean feed for this tomorrow. But as you may or may not see in my social medias, you will have clocked that I am actually on PUBG Cup. So I might do some of this tomorrow with a little dabble of a rewatch of the clean feed from Wednesday, so I can get back up to speed before obviously we cover the PUBG Cup, or Cups 2 should we say, which will be week 1. So I'm looking forward to that, because that's all for PEC4. You'll remember that's like the last time that these guys and girls can kind of get qualified if they've not been invited to events like this, etc. Let's just get into it, I suppose. Like, we don't need to see my mug the whole time, but let's go get to the game, shall we? So we should be able to hear it. We can. And as you can hear, I don't have any casters, which is good. So that helps. It was difficult. Obviously, this was like a full invite. I think the biggest shock for this one, there's no Navi. For those that don't know, how many games now? I've got 5 games for day number 1. We'll do a bit of casting, we'll do a bit of coverage for this one as well. Essentially gaming, anyone's legend, DN Super, Full Sense. Obviously, they get the expendables, but obviously it's not. It's a Shadow Esports. Shadow's obviously there. GK, JDG, made in Thailand, R8. Esports, another PUBG Mobile team actually. Just to see more and more coming over. T1 Falcons, Team Vitality, Twisted Minds, VP, and Digger Esports. One thing I do know, I did speak to Gunnar after, and there was a lot of technical faults and issues with some of these teams, which it's difficult to get around, right? Obviously, these guys doing a LAN, and there's lots of variables that happen, especially with technology. So you might practice and sort it all out, but when it comes down to actually going live and putting these teams and players in, there's so many more variables. So I know there's been some communication issues, there's been some comm issues, actually with some of these teams where their mics, etc., weren't working. I believe some of it's been sorted. I don't even think it has fully, fully been sorted. But yeah, it did stop, mate, after game number 1, and they had like a 2.5 hour break. But it did come back. I actually have the whole thing here, so we can have a quick rewatch of game number 1. Let's get this. We don't need to see any of this. That's GK Esports. Let's just get into it. Where's game 1? The other thing as well, the leaderboard. You're going to clock the leaderboard on the left-hand side. It took me a while to figure it out, but it is only... it's only the game leaderboard, so it's not an overall leaderboard. So there's 5 games for 3 days, so 15 is the best of 15 overall. $1 million prize pool obviously is up for grabs. I'll tell you what, actually, I will pin it. So let me get the Wikipedia page. So GOTF 2026 PUBG, there should be a Wikipedia page. I've got it. And I can pin that in chat so people can see. Custom avatar. Cool. Let's make sure this is the highest quality I've got. It's 1080p. So yeah, just give it that. Right, you guys should all be able to hear it. Let me double check. You can. Perfect. And we're away. Also, being a bit selfish, it actually gives me a bit of practice, guys and girls, because I'm casting again this weekend. So looking forward to it. LGD Gaming. Also, we've got the PGS circuit kicking things off as well. which it's super interesting to watch the first one. I think the community is going to be also interested. The talent announcement coming out. Team Vitality playing well at the moment. No change actually to their. So there was a big conversation about like what they're doing. Was there a change up? I won't say the players' names. I think there was a discussion. Good to see them actually obviously sticking it, which is good. Lance never died. That's why I heard this. The internet actually went down in the venue. So they actually lost internet in the venue. So obviously the production people were slightly different. So they had communication issues. So the mics and headsets not working, and also they had like a major infrastructure issue after game number 1. T1 took a tumble. Yeah, so yeah, PUBG Esports put a statement out after saying that they, due to obviously the quality of the stream, actually, do you know what? I retweeted it, guys. I can read it for you. Let me go to my profile. What did they say? PUBG Esports notice we're ending our official broadcast for the GOTF 2026. Locally, technical conditions mean we can't deliver the quality you expect from our channel. GOTF is operated by an external organization, and we continue to schedule with the players competing for the 1 million prize pool. We're sorry for any disappointment or encourage fans to keep cheering for their favorite teams through the finals. Final results will be followed on the channel soon. So it was all to do down to technicalities. The end, he took a tumble to start things off, but they will be picked up by Heather, obviously, on that rotation round. Quality feed is as good as I can get it, guys, unfortunately. So I am not observing, and I am not responsible. And the little dot in the middle of the screen will annoy me, and I will remind everyone out there that it's annoying me. But hey, I will endure, and we'll cast some games. Vitality 8 engagement. I don't know why they've gone for the 8 engagement, but Sven is the case. Obviously, in town, managed to pick up time now coming in. Deadrock's gonna continue to loot. That pickaxe could be coming key, really. This is one thing to note as well, guys. I need to get some dust brushed off a bit of PUBG myself. I cannot loot in TPP. I think it's a mental barrier for me personally. I have to go in FPP to loot. I just can't. I can't pick up the guns. I'm terrible. It's a new skill set I need to learn. Lexi from Shadow Esports though, I also make a lot of noise here. Team Vitality, hearing the noise, I'm going to go collapsing towards that top side of Severny. And the audio is scuffed, I can confirm on my side. It is not syncing correctly, and unfortunately, I can't do anything about it. Hey Mark, hope you're doing well. I am doing really well, thank you. I've just got back from Cyprus. First match, this is the first match, yeah, but obviously this is the first match that's already happened, so for those that may already know the results, it is what it is. Let me just turn the game volume down because it is really scuffy. This is obviously a LAN, Astana. It was game number 1, it did crash after, and they had some problems, but we can skip forward and go straight to game number 2. So I've got a clean feed, I'm doing a bit of a rewatch for everyone out there. Best we can. The Supers obviously working their way in towards this top side. Good play from them. Nice hold. I do really like this compound, especially to get the information on that T junction. Shadow Esports though. Again, this is such a strong compound. Remember how many endings we used to have here? It's crazy. Shadow Esports are on a split though. That's actually pretty close here to Team Vitality. Near the bike. What was that? Oh, we're back from the green abyss. Someone died. Just divides a little bit more out towards that sort of eastern location out of Severny, holding that little dip. Again, there's a wicked little transition that you can look into if they go a little bit more towards the east here. Looks like they're going to get in the cars and look for that rotation back towards that north side here. They might even work their way in towards Severny. I can't actually remember what happened in this game, so there is no preempt. Hopefully everyone else is good. We've got so much more PUBG Esports coming up. EWC was amazing. For those who didn't watch it, outstanding. Do you know what? I really like, hats off. Absolutely love the content there. Claris doing. I did miss Claris a bit on the desk. I'll be honest with you. But I did really like some of the interview stuff they've done, some of the content pieces that they've done as well. I really liked it. EWC was a shining light for me so far this year. And I was meant to go to Paris, but my missus was like, "Oh, you're not working this week. Let's go away." And so she booked me to Cyprus, so I can't come home. Levante, though, obviously making it back up as he just run over one. He's going a little bit heavy on one side. A bit of an ego peak there from Levante. Shadow Esports, though, able to get that pick up. And with the smoke deployed, should be able to get that res. Twisted Minds have backfilled into this north side. Levante now will just throw as much as he can down into that compound. Worrying for Shadow Esports that he's got a pistol out, but yeah, I was again. It's like a train ride to Paris for me, right? I'm not the biggest fan of Paris personally. I've done a few bits and pieces out there. I was on the esports tour. But yeah, as you're saying, we got one train down, haven't we, Agony? So, super easy for us, mate. Arguably even easier for you, bro. Like, I have to come into London to go down. I guess that zone shift. Please show me the map. Let's have a look at the map. It's busy. There's no people there. Let's just try on the southwest of this. I'm going to work their way in. 17 Gaming, obviously, with a humongous logo. They haven't put the logo on the map feed. They're going to work their way in. 17 Gaming, obviously, there. But VP on the split. Correct's actually wide on the split. So he's going to try to tuck his way in and sort of use the hillside. Mr. Twisted Minds leaving their compound. JDD backfilled them. And lucky enough for Twisted Minds, able to keep some bodies up. Team Vitality know this. They're obviously applying pressure as well. Arguably another local team. Paris is super expensive as well. Super expensive. Kiss of Death doing what he does best for Ticket Esports, losing 2 now. It looks like it's hot. Have you noticed everybody in there's got a fan? And Thailand Kiss trying to deny entry points here from Ticket Esports, though, who are airborne. Kiss with a bolty shot. Oh my days if he hit that. Jeez. Mine's up with 4 kills. And yeah, the leaderboard on the left-hand side. It took me a couple of games to figure it out. It is per game match leaderboard. Yeah, it's surviving the UK weather. Oh my days, mate. Cyprus. Rip. That's what I'm going to say. I burn. I don't normally burn. Actually, I normally go red now because I'm getting older on the day 1, but I go brown for day 2 onwards. Mrs. like goes instantly brown, mate. Instantly brown. Appreciate the follow. Jiffy. Himas, BRDM. Overpowered. But we love it. For the memes. Nice position. I definitely see a transition from the BRDM. Definitely more defensive play, especially in this early game. If you can keep them alive, it really sort of plays into your hand of being able to farm information in safety. Yeah, I heard last week was hot here as well. Dantiam. Funds Baron from Myth. Team Falcons, who, let's just again just confirm, I spoke to Gunnar after the games today, and Falcons for game 1 had 0 comms each, so they are not able to talk to each other, like apart from sort of yelling across to each other. But they have 0 communication, and mics weren't working at all. So their performance from this one, I can't remember. I won't spoil. I think they get a handful of stuff, but again, dealing with a LAN environment, noise, and no microphones, like GG's. Zone shift goes back towards, and don't forget, obviously, the zone's updated. We arguably have a bit more of an old school style. We do have a little bit of water in that southeast corner. We expect to play away from this one. Well, logically anyway. BRDM's going to be a big play here. So obviously, it's pretty close to it. So if it takes some damage, they can just jump in. Geeky, on the other hand, though, just lurking on the outside here. Falcons not too far away. Gustav definitely on the close. That hill on the other side. Shadow Esports, they're on the hold. DN Supers, though, all sort of consolidated down. So Esports, though, despite holding this sort of T-junction, now find themselves in a position where they actually need to think about where the next sort of step is, moving in towards zone. The concern, again, is it's going to shift back towards that sort of east, and this uphill from this side, really difficult for them to play. And you look at some of the ammo here, they are limited on what they can deliver. So knows that he needs to stop any sort of crash coming in the adjacent side. Lucky enough for them, the buildings on the other side are not in, so it has to be a stopgap for someone. It's full sense, so they get rotating. They're on the other side of things, so in the southeast corner. Now they either have to go out the blue and go round. That'll bring them into that kind of Falcons location. RA, it's the end of the line. Teddy obviously is right in a bad spot. So Wu does find the opening, tries to get the flush, and does get the flush straight away. SLR does the damage. He'll fall. So, how you doing? Are you going to PUBG Hot Drops? I'm trying to ask the guys if they can potentially give me a little booth there, just to do a bit of work, which I may or may not be working on that day. I'm Sancho, a legend. Definitely good to see him on the circuit. Obviously, now getting involved. The game mode, no, Hot Drops, PUBG Hot Drops. It's like a community event, but it's like I gotta say, it's a piss up. It's a really good time that you can kind of chat with people. Gustav does find the opening, but he does go down to take the damage. It is phase 3, so it took a handful of damage from Full Sense here. A team which does need to really show what they've got from the international stage, a PGC win, a home turf win, and arguably not as much as expected since then. Need to try and deliver what they can. DN Super Zone taking a compound early on. Again, hoping this zone sort of works their way back down to him. Kick does pick up Gustav. Kick and Gustav doing this kind of dual IGL. I need to catch up with the guys and ask how that's getting on. Very difficult to do. Was it this game casted 12 hours ago? It was. I watched the first game and then the technical timeout, and I kind of had the rest in the background. But I asked to get a clean feed, and thanks to PUBG staff, they have provided me with a clean feed. So I'm able to cover the games without any caster communication. I've just turned the sound down on the game for this one because it is really out of sync. I do know it does come back a bit later. As long as it's okay. You're happy to watch it a second time round. Just one now leading the charge with the kills. DN Super Zone going for that reposition. The zone does shift back towards that sort of east side now. T1 on a 2-2 split, a heavy 2-2 split, and DN Super Zone going to cause them some problems. Just in mind, back to a 4. Noting the tab is playing. The coach is playing for them. No perfect because again, definitely visa issues. Like, honestly, seems to have visa issues at the moment. Which I find, again, strange, right? Because this is home turf. So, the end will fall down. Given, so Ian does get given down. Sancho obviously does get the opening though with Scappy, and Dig Up does find that confirmation for him. 17 Gaming though causing a bit of a blow back to Digger Esports, so they continue now to try and hold that sort of southeast side. But with Falcons going to be rotating their way round, they are down body. Not too bad. And for Twisted Minds now, the bottom of the pack. Made in Thailand early to go. VP, TDG now going out. And same with Made in Thailand. They're going to fall. 13 teams now remain. I did feel for those guys. For what I saw, that 1 hour holding the desk, like, GG's to them. GG's, right? I wasn't contacted directly for this event, so big gutting. Would have liked to have been there for the LAN. It was really enjoyed going to TwitchCon and covering the Ascension LAN with Gibson. He must, gets Tanfu down with a mortar. All right, just getting dispatched here from Shadow Esports. Geeke looking to try and claim what they can. Here comes the grenade. Here comes the big push. They got the high ground. Ian does find him at distance. The grenade will do damage to try and get those confirmations, but a bit too far for that first player. Again, I can't read the names. It's super pixelated now for me. I'll click on him. Ajay. Final player now for RA. And lucky enough for him, Ian does fine though. Shadow Esports actually full. So hopefully if he's got the kill feed read on point, he knows he can potentially now move because he is outside the zone. See you. Hold the tab there. Belmoth, M249, Twisted Minds. Oh, he's got to move. He's got to get the mortar in. Oh, I see this clip from Astana, his pro. Here comes the push forward. Belmoth gets the opening. Tab falls down. He has to go try and go for the flash. Has the pre-fire, though. He lays down the drop shot. The N249 does not need the reload. And he can go round. But he has to go for a 1 versus 1. Has to be cautious. Twisted Minds, though, on a split. Belmoth, though, will have to go head to head. The Lou holds the cover, holds the line. You can see his tippy toe. He fakes for the flash, though. Goes for the mod. It doesn't get the connection. Lou stands tall. Oh my god, Belmoth down to a 1-shot. What is going on? Oh, Grenade's going to do him. Grenade's going to do him. Pre-fire comes around the outside. Hasn't been able to get the med back on. Lou the same. Belmoth goes around for Lou. Backs himself up into the corner. Trying to take the first aid. I don't think he's seen him sweep his way around. He's heard him. Flash. Lou dips away from this one, comes back, sees him on the adjacent side, though. Pre-fire comes round. The dance continues, though. So go round the merry-go-round. Belmoth store to hold. Lou got a bit more explosive. It's a fake here. JDD obviously now getting involved. Vitality will fall down. And I'm eagerly watching the other side. Kick actually picks up one. So another point on the board. Falcons, again, had no communication. Stance is still wrapping him. Lou. Smoke goes one side. Here's the click. Goes the flash. Grenade will go out. That's the damage flash. Also on the adjacent side, obviously, we can see through the smokes. We get away from it. Jammer back, though. Keeping him flat. No! Why you left him? Grizzy is stuck. He's got the angle. Yeah, GG's. That was a dance. That was a disaster. Belmoth made a meal of it. Quizzy took a tumble and he fell. Again, I don't know the casters, guys. I don't know how much experience they've got or whatever. It's what it is. Right? It's all good. We all started somewhere. Koa actually gave me an idea a little months ago that I should do like video of my casting, how bad it was back in the day to now, which I still think my cast is pretty bad compared to some of the pros that are out there. I really like the paper and map combo. Like, although again, that EWC, there's something so fluid with them too. I think it's a really nice listen. I can tell you why, actually. I say that. Because some of the games I weren't able to watch, right? Because I was meant to be on holiday with the missus and I was meant to be paying attention doing something else. I just found it super easy that you could put the phone down, right? And I knew what was happening just by listening to them too. The way they describe the game and break it down, even if you're not watching it, you're able to kind of understand what is going on. And I really like that about them. That sort of combo really works nicely. I'm a bit more of a shout caster now, right? I think that's what they dab me on. I'm the, oh my God, something exciting's happening. Gam. Taking that position away. I have to now try and hold it. T1, I've got to make a push. Twisted Minds on that top side, Falcons. So up to 5 kills. And again, Falcons with 0 communication. Heather finds himself a little cubby hole. I really like this update with PUBG. Like, you have to go, why is it taking so long? Like, but this is a lot of coding to be able to do that. It just makes sense, the destructible distrain. When's the destructible buildings going to play? And then I've also got in my back of mind, is that one step too many? Is it nice to have the destructible terrain, but the building's not? Have to wait and see. So we appreciate it, man. Much love, bro. He can hold only 1 kill for them. I'll probably a little bit further afield. Falcons, again, no communication, sweeping around on that southeast side. Twisted Minds, though, losing that sort of trench in the top. They are mortared up. JDG, though, for GAM, they are still holding, but they are now holding the outside edge. GK pretty much in the middle. And anyone's legend, again, holding that compound. Remember that the RDM was there. They're now in the southwest corner. T1 already made a dart towards his own. They're now having to roll the dice one more time. Example finds not one. Actually finds this confirmation. As JG does find type as well for T1. Trying to extend forward. It's just catastrophic. The zone leaving them behind and leaving them potentially out of this one. Falcons getting involved. Over Grenade in hand, launch over the top. Toolin's on the charge forward. They know here. And look at Falcons. They're trying to feast. They can't get the connection. That level of disruption, though, must be huge. T1 does go down. Lou able to pick another one out of the bag. For them, that's 7 kills. So T1 will fall. 7th place for them. They're on the placement points. Gustav gets picked up there. Again, we'll find him. Again, central zone here for Geekhead. They've been there for a while. Car zips by. It's going to be kickstart. Goes to that reposition. EJ does find him. And confirmation done. Again, salvation game for Falcons, right? Yeah, look. You'll take that. 5 kills, and then they're getting 6, right? You'll take that. 7 points overall. GG's. And again, to reiterate, no comms. No microphone. Like, they're yelling at each other. They're just in sync, like the Matrix. Lou tries to take a position now on towards Geekhead. Gets caught out, though. Himas does get the opening, but the Molly will confirm. Just reminds up to 8 kills as well. So salvation game or salvation mode engaged now. Just reminds, I spoke to Batalions back at that invitational at the end of last year. They were like, it's going to take us a half year to get ready. And I think a lot of the Twisted Minds fans will be questioning at what point does this team activate. And this is a good start. Game number 1 for them. We're on the top 4. Anyone's Legend, GK. GTE, GAM 17, nearly a full house. And it was Legend Geeko with 4 apiece. Definitely a mid-pack fight. But it's only game 1. There's 5 a day, and it is over 3 days. I've got the clean feed for the next 2 days as well. But don't forget, guys, tomorrow I am on PUBG Esports main channel for the Cubs. So I'll much be on and covering this a little bit more lighter. As I do want to tomorrow rewatch some of the qualifications for PUBG Cup 2, week number 1, which happened on Wednesday. Again, thank you to PUBG Esports for sending me that clean feed link as well. So I'm able to go back and we can do a bit more of a rerun and watch party again that tomorrow. So pretty much full day of streaming actually tomorrow for me. Yes, Gecko, how you been, mate? I've seen you been streaming recently again, so see you back on the grind, which is good. I'm going to be there. Glorious does find him though, so that fight is starting to kick off. That's kind of a north versus south, high ground versus high ground to a degree. Anyone's Legend having to leave their compound now. They do find positioning. Smokes, deployable cover going down. That blue zone has bounced nicely. Solzy will get the grab. Should be able to get the res back on. Does get the res on in time. But a change of tire, more of a quick fit. There's a little peek over the top will be catastrophic for anyone's Legend, but not going to find it there. That does find him, so confirmation has been done for them. Drops, I don't think drops are on at the moment. If they are, I'm on a partner channel, so they would be automatically on. I don't actually, I don't remember seeing any email for them being on at the moment. 70 gaming, GTE going to go down. There's nowhere to hide. That crater field is pretty much facing them, and they have to make a dart. He does make a dart, but Tiantan will pick up glories. Final player for them will fall. 3 teams now remain. So yeah, any of the partner channels, like the drops will automatically go on when they're on there. Obviously with PUBG Esports, depend on the event. This is a third party event, so doesn't have the drops on, mate. I'm just doing a bit of a rewatch, mate, if I'm honest with you. This will be a bit of a speed run, as we don't need to catch the graphics in the middle. We are just going to go game after game and miss the 2-hour break in the middle after this one. And again, shout out for the guys, like, fair play, like holding the desk for 1 hour, I think it was, before they actually called it quits. So it was Legend. I'm going to say maybe in a better spot potentially to win this. It just depends on if that GK17 gaming sort of gets entrenched. But as the famous 17 gaming can get rid of GK pretty quickly, then they should win it. Anyone's Legend has the ability to sort of swing around that sort of south side, but again, it's all depending on who takes the fight. I can't see Anyone's Legend playing towards that north and into the dip to take on a fight with GK. They might play to the dip just to try and hold, but for now. 17. I'll reposition. Actually, 17 now, potentially closing that door on anyone's legend. They've got to get moving now. Swimbo going to launch a nade. Famous, though, hits their headshots and falls down. Oh, bro. Just going to maybe crawl back and get as much information as he can. Yeah, does get one back, and that's what I'm talking about. That fight sort of entrenches down. Anyone's legend might be able to sort of swing their way around. They need to deal with this fight quickly. There comes the barrage. There's one, there's two. Confirmation is done. Tiantian now trying to get the hold, though. There's confirmation on one. Wembo going to beat Rez potentially. Tiantian with that jump, that molly, he's not just going to get one, it should get both of them. And for 17 gaming, 8 kills at the moment in such a strong way. Anyone's legend needs to get moving. Tiantian does get one with that throwaway grenade. And for EJ, well, he's going to fall. Grenade comes over the top. Anyone's legend just trying to find what they can. Damage done. That one should be perfect. He actually butts it back into play. And it's the molly. Another fiery ending. And for anyone's legend, it is a quick win at the end. So big GG's for them. Whoop. And then I think from here everything pretty much crashed. So let me have a quick zoom forward. Yeah, we had like a 2-hour break at that point, which at that point I logged out, and then when I came back it was the guys that go, "Oh, we'll be back," and then it was like, "No, we won't be." And I started asking PUBG Esports to go, "Hey, give me a clean feed." Right, so we were fast forward in time, like 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever it was. And here we go. It's match number 2. Here we go. That's about it. Match number 2, future. That's why they talk about the future the whole time. I couldn't understand why the guys are talking about the future the whole time. I was like, give me the lottery numbers, people. Mark. I wish it was you casting this, Mark. I'm casting now, brother. Don't worry. I'm going to cover him tomorrow. I'm just casting PUBG Esports, though, tomorrow, so I won't be able to do all of them. Future. Come on. I know your game starts now. I was indirectly asked. Another caster was asked, and they asked me if I could join them, because I did say I'd show interest to cover this event if I was asked. And I believe they didn't get back to him. So I didn't get picked up for this event, unfortunately. You win some, you lose some. Who's casting tomorrow, Mark? It'd be the same guys, mate. It'd be the same guys. I've got the clean feed, so if it's okay with everyone, I'm just going to pop the stream up as well, and we get to watch them on Twitch, and it will just be me casting. I have zero control, unfortunately, guys. A bit more chill. I might put my camera up in the corner. I'll do that kind of relaxed watch party feel. You don't need to see my ugly mug. I might turn it off though. But yeah, be me. I'll cover it again tomorrow. But it's that same crew. I don't really know those guys. But again, big shout out to them, like, because they had to hold the desk for like an hour before production. When yeah, you can go to break. Oh no, actually, we're gonna shut for 2 hours and figure out what the hell's going on. They had technical problems. The internet, I believe, went down. And lots of players were having audio issues, microphone issues yesterday as well. Earlier today. Let me turn the game volume back up slightly for you guys. I think it's back in sync. So a southeast up towards the northwest, pretty much a default flight path here for game number 2. It is Miramar on our journey. Obviously, for those that have watched games, please don't give away too much. Obviously, I've seen the results. I've seen the score. I pinned the Liquipedia page at the top as well. So if anyone does know, wants to look ahead of time, look into the future, as they keep saying, you will get an understanding. Anyways, Legends, though, won game number 1. And again, I can't say enough for Falcons to be able to, again, I know there were other teams that had audio issues, but they were one of the teams which I know had no team comms at all. So, GG's. So they're going to be making their way towards Candela. Let me go grab a drink, guys. 1 second. haven't missed anything, have I? Oh. Oosh. Oh, I haven't missed anything. 2 kills. Oh, we've still got a dot in the middle of the screen now. Ugh. Where's the zone? I haven't seen the zone. Well, Falcons moving north. Maybe, and the boys Virtus Pro will be in Los Leones. They're out of zone, but not far. CT1 rotating. So it looks like the zone's on that east side. How's everyone been as well, by the way? Missed everyone. A few more bits and pieces already pre-booked in the diary. But I can say I have a lot more time on my hands coming to the second half of the year. So we'll be back on scrim grinds. It's very difficult to not overburn yourself when you're casting. It is, as much as it is waffly, it's quite easy just to sit here and waffle. It does take its toll on you, especially if you're doing like a best of 15 or best of 18 back in the day, and do enjoy getting the reps in. That's why you tend to find when I do scrims, I mostly do 5 games out of the 6 that they do, because for me it's like getting the reps in for 5, and getting used to that, making sure my fatigue and all that jazz, and got this big list of no-nos, what I can't say, and those kind of repeat words that I tend to use, and I use scrims to practice getting them out of my system. That's actually hold a decent compound Falcons, who I believe have fixed audio issues. Gosh, I missed good casting today. I'm here, don't worry guys, we're here. Yeah, I'm terrible, especially with catchphrases, like just trying to expand out. When it does go down, Tig has put him down, and Strimsy flattened him. Again, another team entering into the point race here for match number 2. And again, I didn't quite clock it earlier. I kind of had it in the background. And when I looked over, I kept thinking, what's going wrong? Like, and I didn't. It took me, I think it was game 4. I kind of turned it off. Again, it was kind of on the TV behind him, so I wasn't watching. But every time I looked over, I was like, why isn't that adding up? And it took me a little while to figure out. The leaderboard is only the leaderboard per game. I have pinned up the chat the Wikipedia, so if you want to go have a look, sneak peek, this has already happened. For those that haven't seen it, and for those that have seen it, you can get your overall leaderboard there. What I'll do is I'll try and cover it on Twitch tomorrow for everyone. So, even if I'm not here and casting, like if you guys want, I'll put it on so you can watch on Twitch, because I know they're only going to have it on YouTube tomorrow. I love Shadow Esports logo, by the way. Like, I just think it's sick. I can slap up, even if I'm not around. I can pop on, because it'll be a clean feed. Glories, we'll find Jacob. Myth. Losing bodies early. Myth is like the team at the moment, which is like hard to beat. And I think this is they must be having problems. Again, I'm not spoken to any of the guys from Myth. But they've looked so good. Like, on all the events so far. And the first team to get 2 PGSs under the belt. Mark blessing us. I'm here. Got you. Cheers, my fish. All good. It's all good. So I was just saying, if you only just jumped in, even if I'm not around tomorrow, I've got the clean feed now. Thanks to PUBG Sports, though, for giving me the link that I need to send some details to the third party to request for the clean feed, and I got approved pretty quickly from PUBG. So we've got the clean feed for today, tomorrow, and for Sunday. So I will pop up the games. I won't really cast tomorrow, because I am casting on PUBG Esports main channel tomorrow, because I've got the PEC, the PEC Full Cups 2 Bit of a mouthful with that one. But it's the first week, so I think if it's okay for them, I might pop it up, but I might also during the stream go back and have a look at the regional qualifiers. Just again get kind of refresh, and it's what I'd naturally do as a caster before like going to an event. Try and watch like the qualifiers or get through the qualifiers and make notes, etc. But I might just sort of make my notes and have a look at this as well, so we can obviously see what behind the scenes basically. Their graphics did one hits in after 1 hour. Okay, I quite like that little. I quite like the city one. I thought that was quite cool. And then like where it's got like the battle royale in the middle with the fans sitting on the outside. That'd be sick. Imagine if you could control where your camera was and you was all sitting in, and that'd be quite cool. I like the interpretation. Yeah. I can lived in Astana for 10 years. I know that feeling. I literally, obviously, it was again big shout out for the team because that desk was holding for an hour. I think it was an hour, right? And I just got back from flying from Cyprus, so I was knackered anyway, so I was not really listening the whole time. I kept talking about the future. Now, why are the guys talking about the future the whole time? Like, I just didn't understand it. And then I went downstairs to go sort some food out, sorted it all out and that, right? And I come back, and I heard them talking. So I was like, oh my God, they've come back. I've been running upstairs to go, they're back, we're back, we've got game 2. It's been sorted, the technical fault has been sorted. To them going, yeah, we're going to go for a 3-hour break or whatever it was. And I was like, damn it. I'll sit you in 3 hours. But yeah, you got to give them some kudos though, having to talk about a game, which I think they have a limited knowledge, I think I'll say, about. Rock, how you doing, Geese? You alright? Long time, brother. Yeah, bless the guys. I wanted to watch it again. Thanks for PUBG Esports, for the EMEA contacts, and obviously for the third party guys, which are running this event, obviously getting me access to the clean feeds. So we get to rewatch. No caster, just me waffling away. How's things? I'm good, man. I literally got back from Cyprus today. I was obviously I had that week sort of penciled to see if I was ever going to get into EWC, but I didn't get picked up for EWC. And then I was planning to go to EWC for the weekend just as a fan and watch, because I absolutely loved going to PNC the year before. And the missus was like, nah, mate, we're going away. So she booked this like last minute deal to Cyprus. Paphos, I think we went to. Yeah, honestly, it was like hotel 5 minutes away from the beach. There was nothing there. There was like 10 people in this hotel. It was like crazy. It was insane. 42 degrees most days. All inclusive. Yeah, it was good as gold. It was good as gold. I can't complain. Can't complain. Yeah, I'm good. How you been, man? How's things? Gibson Car said she went to a swingers resort. Yeah, I bet he did. I bet he did, little cheeky devil. I spoke to him earlier. Water treatment zone, not bad. Back towards that sort of southwest corner. Twisted Minds hold the dips and above. I think Twisted Minds starting to come to form with the TPP changes. And obviously there has been a lot of changes, I think, which is, again, a team which you'd expect them to learn and pick up. There's so much being thrown at them at the moment that they're adapting. And you've got to remember, I was lucky enough to do that interview role the end of last year. And one of the questions I asked for Praetorians was the change. And he was like, it's going to take us about half a year to get going for this. And we're coming to that point now, right? So I think there's some big questions to be had to say, is Twisted Minds coming to form? Myth definitely have got the swing of it. And all my days, come on, people. Jeez, like, how good does VP look at the moment, guys? Jeez. Mark over the RF base. We need 0-0 status. He's 006. I have applied for my second passport, so I have a dual citizen passport. I'm just waiting for that to come through at the moment. So I'll be top of the morning with Gibson. Because I got ancestry rights to have an Irish passport, which I think like 99% of the world has. Let's be honest, the Irish people are everywhere, aren't they? Interesting hold from Falcons. A full send from here. Big respots though. It's fun duck, but again, Falcons didn't have communication at all. Game number 1. That's all from them. Kickstart's looking for gold. Can't dig there, mate. Oh mate, I used my 4K camera, but it don't look good, mate. I'm getting grey hair now. I'm getting grey hair. Yes, we are. Yep, the Irish everywhere. Can't get away from it. Obviously, if anyone's legend, gonna have to lay low despite winning game number 1. We'll play for them actually. That sweep on that south side, they just couldn't play. He's been spotted. Surely he has to shoot. He don't shoot. The C-spot comes over. Oh, the bounce doesn't go his way. Jumps out. Oh, Salty. What a play. And now you've got a car. Oh, you've taken out one of the tyres, though. That's right. I'd take that. You'll take that. DK using the zip line up to its full advantage. More for show and tell. A bit windy. Just trying to keep the buildings at bay. Yeah, the top again, like swapping in, like, and Perfectixes have like visa issues, right? But Perfectix shouldn't have a visa issue here. So I'm gonna ping him. I'll ping him tomorrow, I think, and ask what the play is. Thanks for streaming. Nice to have this feed. Yeah, again, tomorrow, guys, I will pop it up. But again, as I said before, I am on PC Cup, so I will be. Oh my days! Actually picked up. I think a lot of damage though was done by Beamy. It does get it as well. GG's. VP looking strong at the moment, peeps. It makes me proud as an EMEA person. Anyone's legend. 1 kill. 1 hope. Phase 4 outside zone. DN Supers though rolling up and getting rolled. Oh, Ghost put his deal down. 10-10 will be picked up. Actually, the rest of the GK saying that they are making the push. They've got the higher ground, but can they maybe play peekaboo? I don't know anyone else that's sort of on that east side, so they might get away with it. Digger, I think it's going to be too far. The question is actually they are taking shots and they're taking them pretty rapid from VP. I put them at bay. Supers though has to reposition Rex. That's the opportunity. Here's the car from Sancho rotating around the other side, so can't go for that overpeak. We'll play from him. Jordan's holding this dip. There's that zone shift again too. I'll go in water treatment. It's a good zone. Really good zone. So a lot of people are going to have to go. Twisted Mind's in a really good spot. Really, really good spot there. I do like it, but again, it's a difficult one. If that zone shifts again one more time away from them, it will be hard to continue that hold. There's the tab. Speaking of the devil, it was handsome devil. He's the coach, the guy closest on the camera. That's the tab for those who don't know. A visa issue. Yes, I know. Is he due army service or something? I don't know. Like, maybe. Oh my god, how deadly would it be in army service? Just hot drop him in everywhere. Just doesn't get the respawn. He can't get picked up. Shadow Esports, this is a difficult climb, especially for teams that are already here. Geeky, I think, a little bit too extended over for this sort of zone. I'm looking for like a team coming in late on the outside edge. So Twisted Mind's in a good spot at the moment. They're going to try and sort of position here. Geeky are split and they're having to manage multiple fights at the same time. Anyone's legend trying to work their way in. Falcons at any point can potentially move in. EK trying to hold off not just the Twisted Minds push from that sort of west-hand side, but all these teams that are kind of knocking on the front door. Himas will fall down. EJ has the high ground. Salzy has to try and get in the side. Falcons take the opportunity now to rotate round. No. Gustav found. Gustav stolen. Oh, no, don't picked up. Wrong there, but it just goes. Pete Tong didn't catch the player. Didn't catch anyone. Legend running through. It's obviously going to be there on the adjacent side. Shots will come through. Damage is done from the grenade. Akin has to try and back away. Akin has to try and get a med back on. Akin should be able to tuck in. What happened with this tournament earlier today? Managed to watch some disaster VOD, but no longer there. Yeah, the VOD was pulled. I don't know why. I don't know why they don't have any of the VODs on. So PUBG Esports put a statement out because of the quality of service. They weren't going to continue to show it. The third-party organization then went straight over to YouTube to then watch it after their technical fault. The technical fault that I know was internet issues, so hardware issues actually on site, and they had some hardware issues around microphones. So like, for example, as I said 1,000 times, the Falcons are one of the teams that couldn't communicate with each other. So Falcons game one had 0 comms. But yeah, I went to go look for the YouTube feed again myself, but couldn't find it. Vitality in a good position, actually goes south now, so they're going to control that south side. Falcons having to charge through, and for kick, the door frame was to be the end as he runs in towards Geeko. 11th place for them. Full sense on 1 kill. That's good stuff. See his head just about there. He's going to pop in. Did they not make him replay match 1? No, I don't believe so. I do not believe so. And I don't think it's just Falcons, guys. I think a number of teams have some issues. So there was a question around, obviously, what point do you kind of do a rerun? But it's the first time. Obviously, I expect to see more of these events. The amount of money they're throwing at this, it wouldn't just kind of be a one and done. So just trying to iron out. Hardware's difficult. Again, I'm working IT, guys. Hardware's difficult, right? The guys can prep for weeks and then come to game day, just whatever reason. And having like internet outage, like that's out of your control as well. You'd only like, again, I do disaster recovery and stuff like that, right? So you'd expect second circuits, dedicated circuits, like all of that jazz. Multiple LAN operators being in there. Yeah, I heard the temperature looks crazy. And one thing I noticed, the amount of people that got fans on when they see the screens, crazy. Jeez, no AC. Okay, PC's a meltdown. Internet melted. What you're telling me? Ice cream. He's in a good spot. I've been able to weather most of the storm. I worried now they are not fully focused on Twisted Minds, and they're making the push. Here comes the call. So GK have to reinforce that. Looks like a swap now. Paco is going to try and hold off Lukrux, Nixie working their way around, and as they run up that hill, they are going to be exposed to Luca. Nixie is going to cause them some problems. Mortifier now working its way, and Twisted Minds have to work their way down. Vitality have got the easiest win of their life. No one's in water treatment apart from them. Jordan finds Nixie. That's not great for him, as he did open things up with Akan. JDD obviously taking the fight now on the adjacent side with T1, who's now trying to hold Full Sense in compound. Surely it's going to go down to a Full Sense versus Team Vitality at this point. We're going for a short break. That's makes 4 hours left. Yeah, it was a long way. It's kind of when I tuned out. Oh, can you hear something? Deadrocks goes down. So we get some audio coming in from the crowd as well. EK charge over. Nice fade away. Doesn't go for the straight repeat, but he did go for the ego flush. And the tab was there. The coach saving the day. GK. Do you know what? I think they played that well. Again, they had so many team fights they had to manage on that east side. Lukrux, though, unable to manage the grenade out from his hand, has to try and charge his way forward. So let's hit that rock. That grenade's good. That's going to get ball audience. It does. Trying to figure out where the final player is. Money goes to the top. Lucas having an absolute field day at the moment. Goes a long way around. He hasn't got a jammer pack. It is phase number 6. Got to be cautious. Has to manage when he puts the med on. The tab. Peekaboo one more time. Twisted Minds up to 8 kills. Again, so 8 kills game number 1. 8 kills game number 2. It is day 1. It is a best of 15. Obviously, 4 invites here for this. Lou is going to go. Come charge me. I'll try and put you down. LED on the run through. Yeah, Full Sense and Vitality. JD Gaming. I can't see him getting a side grind. I can't see it. Perfecti's probably watching the tab thinking my role's in danger now. Jeez. Like, let's be honest, right? If you've got to coach a team of like Twisted Minds, you've got to be able, not just talk the talk, you've got to walk the walk. right? And I think the tab shows that you can do it. Like, I think I could coach a team, right? But if I had to step in, honestly, you lot can have a field day. A field day. Laughing at what I will produce. My mind works at 100 miles an hour, but these old hands and wrists, they ain't performing like they used to. 3 teams now remain. It is a full house, though, for them. So full sense with 4, JDG with 4, and Vitality with 4. Vitality moving that towards that south side in water treatment, holding out anyone in that rotation. Actually, it's going to play off, and I said, yeah, I think they're going to be a clean sweep for a win. Full sense, though, getting the zone. So now these teams need to apply pressure. Vitality need to stop this rotation coming in from that sort of west side. Vitality got a lot more to juggle. Number 12. Looking over. That's the run forward. But you know what they'd be questioning for them is that they do try and breach that. Vitality will have them exposed. Wolf doesn't have to move. He's going to play peekaboo around the corner. The Doc's trying to find. I think, yeah, he's seen him now. So, got information. P90 on flash in front of him. Head of my bad. Definitely seem more settled for me at the moment. Head of my bad. As I said, though, in game 1, Vitality had sort of ear around rumours of that PGS performance not being up to the position they wanted to be, and where they're going to make changes. Is the team solid? Are they having arguments? Stuff like that. I think I questioned it. I said they make changes. I think it's a step backwards sometimes, and sometimes a step back to taking 2 steps forward is the right thing to do, right? We've seen that happen with so many teams, right? But sometimes it's not. And it is a gamble. So Vitality, I think it's just maybe stick it out and see how things go. That's that right play. G Gaming works way around. That Molly's pretty decent as well. It's going to force Colt in towards that sort of south side. Does actually catch him as well. When it comes through, get the damage. More importantly, makes a bunker for the next grenade to go through. Oh my god, he's dancing around. Because there. It's going to allow the opportunity with Vitality seeing the cars move in. They've swept around the other side. Look at that southeast push. Yeah, it's quite interesting actually when you're behind the scenes, especially PGC. Not all the team talks are calm. I can tell you that. Not all the team talks are calm. Some of the best team talks are when you look at like a Falcons, when you look at Twisted Minds, when you look at Na'Vi. Might have been a frustrating game, but it's all about that reset. It's all about getting their mind sorted before they make the play forward, right? Play from Vitality. They're waiting for their next explosive action. Love Levante's a goat, by the way, guys, in real life. What a cringe gameplay. It's part of TPP now. I disagree. This gameplay from Vitality is actually really, really good, right? They saw the cars and they used the opportunity to move. So while that whole commotion of those two kind of explosive fight between Full Sense and JDG in that kind of northwest corner, they used the time to move forward. Look at the fans. They're going 10 times. That's aircon inserted. Now the fighting stopped. They could have easily overstepped, right? They could have easily played in, and that would have been the wrong play for them. Now they will hold. Full Sense, though, get a breather. The downside for Vitality now is actually Full Sense go, oh, there's another team here. We've got tunnel vision for a little while in towards that northwest corner. Now they're going to look back the other way. So, yeah, I'm with you in the context. Like, I understand what you're saying. Like, they're just sitting there and they're just looking around corners. But look at the chess game that's unfolding in front of us, right? Look at what Vitality have just done. Full Sense, though, great discipline, able to get out of that tunnel vision and go, do you know what? I need to look back the other way. I need to understand where that team move because they have to move. One whole, my concern is that anchor play from Team Vitality, whoever that is in the back. It looks like hella my bad, but again, I can't really read the names. It's a bit pixelated for me. Hopefully it's okay for you guys. I'm not in control of the audio or observing, unfortunately. Now, for Team Vitality, they're waiting for that fight to kick off. JDG has to make the play. Vitality, they're now sitting still. They've got the middle. Grizzly does find Colt, so nice play from him. He'll have to try and hold out. Vitality pretty much are sitting on the dot. Need to get rid of Colt. as quickly as they can, because that would deny any information being given to them. And now for Vitality, they just have to hold the line. Full Sense have to make the commitment now. They can't just run. If they run towards Vitality, they get exposed. JDG on the other side to them on the west will sweep them. They understand Hello My Bad sweeping his way over, and all guns looking over towards this sort of west side. Full Sense, JDG, they have to erupt. They have to get going because it is phase number 9. Hello My Bad, his high ego player, same person. I need to check on my website. I believe it is. If you go to trap.gg, go to Hello My Bad. I put his alt account on there, and I'm 90% sure it's that. Actually, high ego player is Diffix, I think, actually. Trigger, fans up, runs in with a shotgun, gets put down. So go try and hold grenade will go over the top here. Sees the other Justin player though, December 12th, gets lucky as he sees the flash, now steps across. There's not just one, but it's 2, and JDG will fall down. Vitality just need to sweep in. Final player is Tigger. Jedrox down to 13 HP, get the confirmation, deny the information, grenades will come through, knows exactly where he is. Hello My Bad has to try and hold the other way. Too many alts, yeah, that's why I tried to build alt tracked, if I'm honest, just to try and put more in there. GG's, Team Vitality though will get that win. Winner! Team Vitality! So, they do get the string of things, so it's pretty quick. It's a good play. Very technical ending, actually, for that team. And very disciplined as well. I think, especially if how I play, I would have continued to push through. And actually, you push into the back of a P90. Like, it's a big GG's, right? Let's skip all forward. You don't like all this AI stuff? Huh? I quite like it. I think it's all right. Let's go. Scare number 3. Please don't put on cam. My wife's beside me. I might need sound, mate. Not all the way through. It's golden colour. Here we go. Game number 3. Little sexy people. It's the south up towards a northwest, but does favour the west side of the map. It's an extension. Where's my drop map? There's actually a few alt plays now. Looks like it might be hot. Go be the same. Extension towards terminal will be interesting as well, because you have to go for the cars. Falcons go early. So the Shadow Esports over that sort of south side. Okay, there is no Navi here. Let's open up a few bits and pieces. Dog barking outside, not mine, I can tell you that. VP, getting north side. JDG will go Palace and extension. Supers get complete free. There's that hot drop R8. The Esports going down towards that sort of west side. Going for the cars. Are they going to actually... Are they going to... Oh, they're going to have actual casters tomorrow. It'll be the same. It'll be the same. It'll be the same. I've got clean feed, though, so I'll be on Twitch. I'll be here. If you want to listen to me waffle away, I'll be here, bro. Like, guys, we've got a hot drop. We don't need to see Made in Thailand. Go to the other side. Go to the hot drop. Please go to R8 and Digger. They're going to be fighting for cars. And they've got the cars, and some of them are still airborne. Please go towards the other side. Please go to the other side. Swap. Now. Now. Ugh, okay, maybe not. Zone we saw pretty much in the middle. There we go. Yay! So once you've got the cars, I think it was Digger Esports got the cars. R8 getting the compound early. I can get game sound. I've got game sound. I'll turn it off. I got the clean feed, so I haven't got any caster audio. So you'll hear game sound in a second. I got you on that. Don't worry. I just have an agreement that I need to tell them my stream numbers, and I also need to tell them I can't actually put any branding up of mine. I have to keep all their branding up. The rules. I think they'll be looking at my numbers. Okay. They'll be bringing back. So, hey, if you guys want to watch me tomorrow, it might be helping me out. Standoff, actually, to be fair. Yeah, you got game. You made me question about game sound. You got game sounds. I need to turn myself down. I'm pretty loud. All right, esports. Yeah, PUBG Mobile. Oh, huge one actually. PUBG Mobile esports kicking off as well. Oh, Blank and Claris is on EWC for PUBG Mobile. They've got the other people. I can't remember their names, but they've done all of the battle royales for EWC. The mutant Sancho backs away. I don't think he's got safety there, really. He's going to be exposed. They sort of forced him into a position where he has to try and play. And he'll confirm dump. You're most welcome. You're most welcome. I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll do it actually live tomorrow if that's okay. Guys. But again, as a reminder, I am on PUBG PEC Cups in the evening. And I've got to start roughly about 3, so I might not get all the games on. I might need to maybe just let it run in the background and maybe not cover me. I also would love to do a bit of a rerun of the scrims that happened on Wednesday, if that's okay. So I might do that early when I get up, and then have a bit of a break and go straight into kind of watching this when it goes live. What time does this actually start? That's exactly what I'm just trying to figure out. What time does it actually start, guys? I'll find out very quickly. I'll just have a look at YouTube. Please do the casting tomorrow. Of course, I'll be on tomorrow, guys. I'll be on tomorrow, kid. Don't worry. Kick. Hey, what's up? How did everyone on Kick? Definitely want to try and catch up with the games today. Didn't really get a chance to watch them. Let's move in. Nice fair pie from Falcons here. Good play from him. That is pretty much center. Falcons losing body. I think it'd be a place. Grab the chips and go. Gustav. Oh my god. What is their kick? Oh, delivers a blow on the run as well. Shotgun in hand. And repositions. Digger is down to just Digger. Esports. Virtus Bro. They're airborne. Where can I see the overall leaderboard? I have pinned it in the top. Is it again on Twitch? It's there at the very top. Liquipedia. It's got the leaderboard. I've not looked at it. So if someone can click on it and then let me know if it is right, that'd be grand. That should have your overall games. And there's 5 games, so there'll be best of 15 overall, 5 games a day. But yeah, it's on liquipedia.net is where it said the scoreboard was. 10 a.m. European time, so 9 UK. Yes. Okay, so it must be coverage starting at 9. Game 1 must be at 10. So I'll be on. I'll be up early. I'll be streaming. Kick comes back, finds another opportunity, opens things up for him. That puts Falcons onto 3. Make sure you guys obviously got the leaderboard sorted. Please unban me. I have no idea who you are. So, you're not banned from my channel, otherwise you wouldn't be able to whisper to me. I'm actually on the PUBG esports channel. That I have no control over. Can you please add me on Discord? No, but sound like you're gonna scam me. Guys, show me the map, please. I want to see the map. Most of these rotations are happening. Oh, perfect timing. Big water divides. We know it circles up on the water as well. There we go. Bang, right in the middle. Okay, so Palace is there. VP obviously got the opportunity over the top side. Did he play towards the north, towards that broken bridge? That'd be okay, especially if the zone plays back towards the south. They should be able to work their way in. High ground taken up by D and Supers. Anyone Legend, game number 1 winners. Holding out the sort of south side of Palace now. It's full send. Let's go for the cross. Okay. Difficult bridge to set up a defense for. Obviously, going to make enough noise, and what you see a lot of transition. Belmont, no, goes full stack. He needs to think of what time does he get out, and when does he get out to C1. Actually, that's going to cause them problems. Grenade comes through, Destroyer is going to destroy their headset. And he has to go for a scuba, Steve. He's got away from it. Yes. Yes, sir, Genty. You good, bro? What up, nerds? Ticket confirmed. Type a little more towards that west. And subject to the kiss of death. Oh. Okay, could find the end. If looking so good at the moment, guys. So good. What's up on 9 cap? You good? On kick. Sports in not bad position. I think this time she's going to shift towards that north. I'm interested to see how much of the water holds up by Palace. So what I'm thinking about is it's going to try and play that sort of southwest corner, but how much of it plays more towards the northwest? That gives you that compounding, that road, those dips. High ground will be potential farming. We're going to see the team sort of climb for that. I muted their voice. There's Chopper. Did they bring in extra casters? I felt like it was the 2 guys in the desk were also casting the desk. But then, like, when it came back from the break, it sounded different to me. But again, I don't know my TV in the background, so I wasn't really paying too much attention. Here comes that zone shift. Super play southwest. Oh my days! Oh, what is that? What are those? Oh my god, that's an east. Yeah. We've got a swimming, boys. Scuba Steve. Almost already there. Look at him bobbing away underneath. What? Twisted Mind's getting ready to go over that bridge, and they're just like, they are laughing, lads. Jeez. It's actually come in. And you can tell people are unsettled because people are driving by each other and not shooting because they're trying to figure out where the hell to go. Shadow Esports. Under confirmation, though. On 1, there's 2 for R8 down to their final play out. Full clash now. Everyone's Legend going to try and hold out a team, which is good. Hold the outside edge. Have they got any options now? Nope. Jeez. Where the hell is this zone going? What is this zone? What is this? What's my little bot doing? What's Jeep bot doing? Why is it doing conversions? Yeah. I've no idea why it did that. No idea. Ignore it. Come on. No, getting his wetsuit on. They decided to swap to the big logos on the map. Already crossed over me, so holding massive rotation. Big T1, look at this again. Like, down a body, we're on 3. Let's rotate down towards that south side. Most of these players are going to be on this sort of west. We can kind of farm out some points and let these teams thin out. Obviously, we know they're running into Twisted Minds potentially. First pro, going to try and hold that high side. Car's going to go across. Grexio, watch his back. Digger Esports, full send. Getting bodies back and got flattened by T1 on the rotation. It wasn't Twisted Minds, it was Digger Esports. BP doing the same damage here. EK will fall. So Beamy got a 3. Sorry, 2. Crexy got 1. Nixie. Adjacent Falcon. So do get the bodies back up. Gustav airborne phase 3. So follow this in. It's going to see anyone's legend though. Take the compound potentially. No. So here, there's a zone. If you look at the zone as well, it's just on the south side. So we've gone southeast. So we're still holding to Palace. We're now losing the water. Games of Putin, interesting buy. I just think it's PUBG with a massive prize pool, personally. Big guts to the end. Narby's not here. I can't hide that fact, right? Jeez. Batalions is swimming under VP. Correctly holding the anchor. Lou and the tab needs to decide what they do. Example, further afield. She's got information. So obviously does find Gustav. So quick kill confirmed. Does get boots to the ground and out. Digger Esports though will fall 14th place for them. The tooling was found. Luke Rocks must know he's there. Him splashing away. Like he's at the water park in Cyprus. Playing peekaboo, trying to figure out the information where he can. The other guys in the adjacent side, Batalions though, is a goner. I can't see a word that he gets out of this one, even if they get the knock on Luke Rux. Example does find types of applying pressure on the other side. He's got to be cautious. Look at hears and sees him going. Batalions is saying, "You're not getting any of my gear," and I'm tabbing out. Oh no, he goes airborne. Oh, is he trying to put him away to get the knock? He is, but I didn't quite get it. Games of the morning, sounds of the past. Yeah, obviously, Sparrow, I've only got the clean feed, mate. Thanks to obviously the what is it? PUBG Esports. So again, I'm subject to what I've been given, mate. If I'm honest, but I did want to watch myself. Alright, did the right thing, and there goes Scuba Steve on us. Down to 12. T1 has been losing his bodies, but also claiming kills up to 7. He's now on 5 as well. They're sort of sweeping their way back towards their kind of drop zone is. He plays towards the sort of north side of it. So again, this is a sort of VP home surf style. As we'll go forwards. 17 gaming in a position not too far away. If I want to play peekaboo in the top, it'd be more the high ground that I'm really interested in from Vitality in Super Zone. We'll activate at some point. Here comes the mortar fire through. It's explosive, causes huge amounts of dips. 17 gaming. You've got, oh my god, the zone goes to them. What is this? Phase 5, 17 gaming look arguably roughly just off the center. Yep. Look at that map knowledge. Look at that feel from that mini map that I had. Yeah, I thought 17 gamers were going to have to cross the road and they're dead. Now 17 gaming for me is like driving seat to win. They're more myth at the bottom. That's Pro stuck in the trenches, but Beamy. Oh my days. Digs deep. Big grenade. Gets caught in the bunker. Ibby with a super fan. Air conditioning in the background. He's so locked into the game. He's not even fanning himself. Ray comes forward. Damage done. Doesn't get the knockdown. Levante down to 1. Second will come through. Misses the hole. So it gets opportunity to get through. No. Scrap that. Clories finds him. Out of my bad. Medding as quick as he can. But he's only got bandages. 2 more remain after that one. Now I have to try and hold. Beamy does make the charge. Got the M249. Wants to take the step. But again, he's only got 3 bandages. And Lucarox gets found though. Zhao Wu on the adjacent side. Cam. GTE sweeping their way down. Again, they kind of come behind VP. Danvu does find Shadow Esports. And that's that fight as they look to try and leave Palace. So he's here by himself. The other two trying to take the fight towards a kind of vitality. If they get around the other side of VP, that could work for them. Grenade doesn't quite bounce the way he wants to for Tanvu. I like the idea. Gotta watch now. Smoke could be his ally. It could also be his worst enemy. He does step up. Timas confirms Timas. T1 confirm themselves. 10th place for them. They're gonna fall. 9 teams now remain. Destroy it in the midst of things. The zone pushing out. Another smoke will go out. As Kiss made in Thailand in such a good spot again. Like, they should be okay. If they work their way down. Turn the game volume slightly. Quiet for me. Let me know if the game sounds too loud now, guys. Difficult in these dips, right? Team Vitality, you want to sort of step up and get some kills, and they're getting shot in the back. 17 Gaming, as I said, I thought they were out. I thought they were going to have to cross the road. I thought they were going to have to climb the hill towards Vitality, who are already entrenched in golf. In the red zone, and the grenades that have gone off. Now they've got kind of this free pass they can try to hold. Where's the zone go? Surely we lose the water. Surely it plays back towards the northwest. There we go. It does. It does again play into the hands of 17 Gaming here. It does play into the hands of the Myth. Depends on when that sort of fight kicks off. But they could stay at bay. They could leave the coastal fight to a bit later and try and farm kills towards the north of their positions. Towards the higher ground. Shining light of kills. Kick. Kiss finds you, but can't find the confirmation. I'm gonna look round. Gam, move forward. Damn, he spotted the toe. Pedicures all around for PUBG Esports. It's a kiss of death, mate. What else do you expect? Just cranking that game sound slightly again, guys. Again, please let me know if it's too loud. Especially with those big bangs and explosions. But Unsclories, now Myth obviously have to try and get moving, but they've already got that position. That 2-2 split's really good for them. That 2 in the outside, playing on the blue, perfect. 17 Gaming just position though, that's the problem. Can they get in? They're getting clean. I think that car's in the best position for them. What it would do, grenades come forward. Yeah, I'm going to cause them some problems, but first they're going to cause a problem for Head of My Bad. He's going to fall. 5th place for him, top 4. And again, pretty much full house. Full sense though. A little bit of a sandwich now. Gam on one side, Myth applying pressure on the other side. You. I'm taking on 17 Gaming, and again, this is a zone pass for 17. They've got full house as well. 4 players remain. Not really had to do too much, but again, that's the result. They've only got 3 kills as it stands in the top 4. Myth, on the other hand, came on the other side. Same sort of conversation. They got kind of entrenched in golf in that fight. Coming over by Palace, but for them it's full sense, and I lost the car and had to kind of take action. They found themselves having to swim their way in. Did get themselves checked back on towards the other side. And Belmont, as you saw on the bottom of your screen there, he was kind of one of those driving forces to keep Full Sense alive at the time. A team which you'll expect more PGC champions for 2025, a pass to the final and a pass to victory, but really haven't seen him, especially shine that light that we expect for them to see him. It's coming through. Starting to see this kind of Full Sense start to play in this PGS circuit, right? UBC, etc. But they need to really show us what they want to deliver. Feels for me like some of these other teams, the rate of learning is higher. One of them is made in Thailand. 2-time 2026 PGS champions. The only team to do it so far. Obviously, we are kicking things off with PGS straight after these. So again, we've got pretty much PUBG action all the way through. You have to question fatigue, right? Got to question fatigue now with some of these players and these teams and the travel. $1 million though, up for grabs. You know, and they're invited, right? Why not? Why not? A pit stop, should we say, on the way to China for PGS. A warm-up, a scrim with prize pool. It's one of the biggest changes I especially noticed when we've done that transition to TPP was these late games, like the ability to win 10 points here. You'd always expect teams to slow things down. That's just the way. It's just how the way it's going to be. So gaming. Going for that position. They now try and hold that sort of coastal line that again keep Myth at bay, and that'll be a fight potentially a little bit later on. Again, going to cause some problems for both these teams. They get the connection. Actually does go down towards the zone. Nothing else he can do. Myth now working his way. And Little Ghost though goes for that reposition. Wants to get rid of Myth pretty quickly. Sneaking underneath the noses of them. Does Myth even have an idea? They're using the smokes. Not just one, but 2 grenades. And now they are in line. Tanvu finds the first. Scappy will fall. Confirmation though. Looking to try and get done on the adjacent side. Full Sense in the play. And Little Ghost though says no. This rock, this position is ours. And the coastal scenic route from 17 Gaming. They start to open up this game. Up to now 4 kills. Myth entrenched, engulfed, and Gam will fall. 4th place for them. Myth needs to try and hold. Needs to try and hold up. Belmoth though for Full Sense to find not just one, but the additional point. Molly will go towards the top. Grenades trying to make the play. 17 Gaming up towards 6 kills. Wembo the only one on a donut as it speaks. And Jawu will find Belmoth. So 17 Gaming, no. The final player is a kiss of death. And now the confirmation will come through. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. It's a full utility dump. And it's a 17 Gaming victory here. Game number 3. Pretty solid. Pretty solid. Good play. Like, I didn't expect that zone to play the 17 Gamer, right? Crazy. Twice, 3 times, actually, shall I say. Like, GG's. Arguably gifted zone. Gifted zone. But conversion was pretty good. Was match number 3. Match number 4. Let me find it. Is here. Let's go. It's AI City. Come on, but you must love this, people. I think that's pretty cool. If they can convert that real, that'd be sick. It's more the arena for me. It's like this little arena thing where everyone's sitting around the outside and everyone can see everyone moving in the middle. That'd be sick. Actually, like these little 3D images of like PUBG from top down running around in front of you. That'd be cool. Game of that future. 2026, the first one of its kind, coming from the north and down towards the south. Throughout the condos, we're now in Rondo. It's best of 5 though for each day. So this is the penultimate game for day number 1. It's good to see this level of prize pool though back. How did I become a professional caster? I would definitely say I'm not professional for number 1. I've just kind of fallen into it. So people do train for this. They do get qualifications and do media stuff or go to like production schools and they can learn all of that. So when I look at some of my peers in my group, there are professionals there. How did I get into it? I was playing. I was a console player. When the game first launched, I didn't have a PC at the time, and I really had the money to go spend on a PC. So I was watching all these pro players and these players, the content creators playing this game. I was like, this is amazing. You jump out of a plane, you pick up some clothing, you find yourself a gun, you try and kill some people, right? Absolutely fell in love with the game. So I had to wait. I had to wait for it to come out on console. Came out on console, and it was my life. I played this game day in, day out. Back from work, was on the game. Console scene didn't quite take out like the PC scene did, and it was having events, and I was okay. I wasn't the best. I was partaking, should we say? And one of my friends, which I still get on with now, who runs events at the time for console, was like, "Hey, our caster has like dropped out. Would you jump in and cast?" And I, even as a gamer, I wasn't watching the streams. I was concentrating on my stream and being a player and being a content creator. And I was like, sure, I'm not playing today. What do I do? And he was like, just talk about the game. Now, I do think, as Kao said, I should make the clips of me casting now when I look at the main channel, the S tier stuff that I've done, or the LAN, versus what I was doing then, because it was shocking. But after that first game of just waffling and watching people play, I just fell in love with it, right? And I was like, this is amazing. Like, and then I slowed down playing as I increased the amount I was casting. COVID then hit. So then obviously I was lucky enough. I was working through COVID, but I was at home a lot of the time, and a lot more tournaments were happening. So like there were scrims on console, like get prize money. Like people pay entry for scrims on console at the time, and they got money back out. So there were kind of like these mini tournaments every single day. So yeah, I just continued to practice my craft for the love that I had for casting. It wasn't really when I stopped doing console and came across the PC that I started focusing on getting advice, speaking to people, understanding like my casterisms, my repeat phrases, what's good, what's not good, how to pace, how to pitch, how to tone, looking at research. So I fell within it. I was lucky enough to do it, but anyone can do it, honestly. But if you're at a position that you can go to college and university, there are courses that do this. It is a profession. And I'm super lucky to have been working with some of the PUBG S tier like talent that is out there, and they do this as a full-time job. Like, it is insane. Early access PUBG on console was rough. Yes, it was rough. Yes, it was rough. My friend spammed me 3 weeks after buying a game. Honestly, I don't know. I just fell in love with the concept of the game massively. Like, I'm quite a casual gamer now, so like I like building games. I like a bit of Red Tech. I like playing PUBG, obviously. But I play for social now, so I play with mates that are on and kind of play what they're playing, type of thing, right? Or I jump in with PUBG and just play with randoms, and it's not too long before I come across someone that goes, "Oh, I know who you are," and end up playing with them. Or I jump into people's streams, and when they do like play with the community stuff, like I'll jump in and play with people like that are streaming PUBG. I don't mind. So I'm definitely more of a social gamer now. Honestly, yes, that's one of the biggest things. Like when everyone has them. I have got them now, and they change. You just gotta be held to account. I think one of the biggest learning curves, and not just in, I suppose, casting or looking at things like this, but actually having the ability to take feedback from people. And I have always said, take feedback with love. Someone saying my casterisms, it's not a negative. They've picked it up, and you ingest that information and you learn it. You either write it down, and some people write it down on a piece of paper, some people have sticky notes. I've got like a OneNote on my screen when I'm casting, and I write phases that I want to put in, and sayings I want to put down. I've got my notes, but I've also got in there things that I'm trying to avoid saying. And don't get me wrong, when I say them, I kick myself for saying them because I will say them still. But I actively try and watch now. I think you watch Gargoyle a lot. Yeah, I do. I actually really enjoy watching Gargoyle. He does a lot of Red Sec now. I'm going to do some Red Sec casting with the scrims that are coming up. Is this the first match? No, this is match number 4 now. It is out of 5. But VOD will be on. You can watch it back. It's quite difficult. I don't know how well you can see. And I'm not observing anything. This was played earlier, mate, though. They had game 1. They had some technical faults. They lost the internet, comms and microphones and stuff like that weren't really working. So they had like a 3-hour technical break. So they kind of came back a bit later. It's a $1 million prize. Massive prize. And if you want to get into casting, I would just suggest you go do it. Find a Discord, find a scrim, and get yourself in there. North Circle, Bamboo, centralized, 17 gaming, found themselves in a good position. Vitality also the same. For this, like, from my logic, look at these zones. I expect it's to kind of come down in this area. I think that's why we see 17 gamers sort of positioning themselves up. That was game number 3 winners. Vitality obviously winning that game 2 in Miramar. So they've positioned themselves. You know, it is a gamble. The other one I really like, actually, nice to see this actually there, is Falcons position. We see a lot of these sort of zones play back to that river, into that northeast corner. Falcons now on that kind of higher side. Difficulty there is you've got to manage a lot of teams rotating in. And sometimes rotation paths pretty blind, even in a TPP scenario. So, good play. Vante, MG in hand, has just Zeki'd up onto towards Twisted Minds. He can see him. Great. Is cooked. That should roll. He's going to jump out though. It's going to be one. He only finds one. Lou will fall down. Levante looking for the second. Don't forget Vitality there. That's that zone shift towards that southwest corner. Looking for the confirmation. Does get it. Lou will fall. Just a mind. I've got a stick or twist. Do you think someone new can come in and compete with these veterans, Mup? It's difficult. It is difficult. I wouldn't deter you to do it, though. If you're talking from a casting point of view. If you're talking about a player point of view, I think this is the best time to get into it. PUBG's gone through a massive transition. It's gone back to TPP focused, right? Look at Twisted Minds and how successful they were. And VP were kind of thereabouts, but VP really grinded the off season when it came down to TPP. They wanted to find that secret source. Now look at them. So actually, I would say as a player, you couldn't think of a better time to get into PUBG sports, honestly. But don't get me wrong, like these pro players, how they think, how they react, their game senses is insane, right? But there's been so much transition, there's been so much change with what's going on with PUBG. And there's so many more changes, Destructible Train and TPP. They're all added in, and it's about who can put the hours in and grind it out. So we are now seeing more names come through the ranks as teams mix things up to try and find that sort of secret source. Are you going to compete against a Nixie or a Beamy day number 1? Like, hell no. Like, you should get put in the dirt like me every time, right? But actually, if you put the hours in, it is the best time. Obviously, that's not the event for here. For leaderboard, I have pinned the leaderboard at the top. It's that liquipedia.net PUBG event. That will give you an idea. I think someone has confirmed it is the right leaderboard. Made in Thailand come to form. It's obviously a rerun, guys. Those are on YouTube. These games were held earlier today. Again, thank you to PUBG Esports and for the organizer, the TO, for this third party event to authorize me to have a clean feed. So I'll have it again for tomorrow. The only difference is again tomorrow, guys, I am on the PUBG main channel. So therefore, like the expectations, that it was going back to Bamboo. It was all about, I got to get ready, and I've got an earlier start for PUBG Esports, so on tomorrow. Who knew scoreboard could be worse than visual EWC? The white and black was pretty difficult. They have kept the logos, so if you noticed here on this. I'm not a big fan of. I actually kind of like the color within the logos. Especially like as a cast, when you look in that bottom right hand corner, like you see it visually, and you like see teams coming in. You like, especially if our feed's not very clean and we're getting pixelated feed and we're having to cast them, which does happen. Like I can't read any of those names in that bottom corner at the moment. Having the color logo stands out a lot more than just kind of this white one. If you look at GK's one, I don't think it's great, especially white. Full sense, charge in, VP, we'll get the hold. I'm going to try and claim a point. I do find one. Yeah, there's a lot of youngsters coming through. A lot of youngsters coming through for PUBG Esports at the moment. Dixon, with his trigonometry, finds a kill here for Falcons. VP entrenched in. Falcons go airborne. Sure, they go for the pillar right in the middle. The pillar in between stadium. Yeah, stop. Go, go, go. They are going to destroy people here. Dixie will fall down. Gustav is down. He gets shot out of the air. They get bodies in. Destroy a long distance. They've got hunker down. How much ammo have they got? Ride the storm. Ride the storm. Ah, Swimsy, hide. Mate, if they can weather the storm here. Falcons. I'm not going to shoot those people. They're going to shoot anyone's legend. They're going to shoot maybe made in Thailand in a second. Elwin finds Rex from the Supers. Not really much of a start on this event, have they? Going to need some big games. We want to get out of there. The trench at the bottom there. Just reminds, have to mark the play forward. Almost got caught by this middle zone. Phase number 3, 15 seconds to go. Rex, though, with mortar in hand. They've now got neighbours above. They should have the zone again, actually. Oosh. How good was EWC watching, though, guys? Seriously. Really, really good event. As I said before, great content. Like, not just the games, but everything, all the media day stuff around here, all the interview stuff that Kalaris was doing, James. Really good play. Really like that. The fun stuff and taking a bit out of his dancing. I think that's really good. It brings players to life, like as individuals. It helps their content, helps them be a brand. All for that. Anyone's legend, you've got to move, guys. They are going to, if they get a breather. AJ does get Tig on the high ground. Like, jeez, the water. GG's. Just mine's getting caught now. Crossfire. Going down. The super, so position up more to right at the base. That's a long distance. Observes like, I don't know where to look. Anyone's legend, honestly, this goes to anyone's legend, they're gonna die. They are like, Falcons cannot fight Myth, they cannot find DN Supers at the moment. Rex, oh my god, fans 2. They're gonna play, they're gonna play. Chao Wu, look at the steal, the dab, working his way back. Let's get it. Good play from them, but that's put him in kind of Falcons' firing range battalions will fall. The fact they've left the base of the tower, that's given the Falcons an opening. Obviously, Myth store there as well. You mean he's got a FAMAS. So which spots will fall. DP move. Oh, Digger's going to cause some problems. I know his Legends catches Nixie. Falcon, shoot him! Bosh, 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 bosh. Oh, he gets away with it. Gets away with it. I suppose Digger's keeping him down on the other side, right? I haven't got a map piece. I can't really see the gunfire. Who's facing who? Beamy launch a grenade forward. That's not too bad. Vex does fall for a car. Beamy does fine deal. Even in heaven, backed up slightly. Crixie does make the charge forward. Uses the smokes. And now around the car. Gets completely up in the face of Dina Supers. Finds the opportunity to get one down. Looking for that confirmation. Gimme no. Has the FAMAS. Short clip. Let's go for the res. I think he's gone for. Let me grab some gear. Here's the click. Here's the flash. Just keeping himself in that smoke for now anyway. We saw a re-smoke. Jansan pulls up. Rex. Let's be subject to a crawl. Wimbo does go down. Crixie will try and hold VP full. 13th place for them. It's a good charge forward. Even though activates, he comes out the peak. Oh my days! Finds two! Damage done, stolen away, but what a play from him. Anyone's Legends still alive somehow. Digger Esports underneath the eyes of Falcons. Sancho will draw the line of sight for them over here as well. Won't be long before we see them in the kill feed. As steps up. GK. See what I mean about the GK? GK, like, it's got an outside edge and then like a blue, like a yellow and a blue, but it's just like a white triangle. Digger Esports have pulled them over. Watch Falcons activate now. 100%. Yeah, good spray. It's down in the dirt. Final player for JD. Game him. Be careful with the moment he steps out for that animation. Gets the connection, uses the car, makes the play forward now, but he's running open train. Has to be careful. When he goes to the other side, doesn't quite know where he is. There's the first, goes for the second ladder. Both up in the car. Seat swap on the other side. Seat swaps back through. The 180 spin. Well, it plays in the favour of one team, and for GK Esports, they fall. Shrimsy now able to move. BRDM below. The Myth. That might be a pass towards the final for them. Yeah, about to say ammo. Someone's tapping. It's Tig. Shrimsy finds one. Oh my god. Tig's run out of ammo. He doesn't care. Basically, that hill, that rock, and looking over this side, it's like just a perfect line. They're like in a firing range for them. Control from Tig as well. Limited ammo, and you just put two people down. Grenade. Grenade! Douche! Mollies, grenades. Like depth charges. A battleship of Falcons trying to find the submarine of Digger Esports. Does the ship go surely a north, right? Yeah, it does. Jeez. But as he's clearing up, they now find themselves centralized out. Quizzy and scheming from D and Supers out. This is the penultimate game. Open that window up. It's going to be 5 dead rocks. And Legends got like a little bit of a run. Favourite for them now, trying to get their way in. Gam on the adjacent side will be okay. Falcons from end of the line. Really difficult to get off here, especially with Digger below. Anyone's Legend have weathered the storm, so they should be okay. Myth, try and do the same. On the low side. Be cautious. Everyone's going to be watching him now. They should die. He won't be able to get down. Let's show 1, 2. Scappy's taken 1. Shrimsy with full zone. Anyone's Legend got away with it. We have to reposition. Him in towards nade range. Funds an opening. Funds a grenade. Pushes him back. Sancho. Charges forward with the Panzer. Doesn't overstep though. Doesn't get caught. Jedrock does put him as down. He has overstepped the line. Alright. Full reverse. 2 tires down. So he might eventually go around in the circles. Get caught actually by Clories. That's north side. As he rotates towards him. Sancho for Digger. Trying to peek boot. Unlucky. Doesn't get the knock. Now he's forced to go their way. And he's just going to unfortunately go down. 5 teams now remain. 1 more. And we go to the top 4. How come no Navi? Location? Say? I don't know. It's in Kazakhstan. Navi being a Ukrainian-based team. Don't know if they'll be able to get the visa. That'd be my logic anyway. 100% sure, but that'd be my logic. My take on it. We go top 4. Fatality. South side. Gam. North of them. Gam. Centralized up. Looking for the end game phase 7. Good positioned. Fatality gonna have to dig deep if they want to win this one. Links, 2 shots, 2 kills, 2 more opportunities, 4 points. But does need to get him. Am my bad? Going for a few more bits and bobs before they have to try and play in towards that north side. Zone does shift back. It is a full GTE, full GAM zone here. I think that's had here just about in, but they are playing down to the south. Oh, did they overstep the mark? Maybe. Maybe. Scabby bandages his way through. He's bandaging his way through. I think he is going to tab out though. He is. Zone takes him. Made in Thailand, 4th place. 3 teams remain. So 4 versus 4 versus 1. How much loot are in there? They're grabbing the boxes, taking them back to their little cubby holes, and they're like, yeah, I'll loot here, thanks. I'll loot here. Don't worry about me. Everyone dies in the crater. Hands position as well. Gets in as well. Oh, he's trying to do damage. He's fighting everyone. Taking on the world. Finds one. Oh, another point on the board. It's got nothing left. Look, we got the confirmation. So he went out. Another point. Another play. It's a 3 versus 3 though. Does he evil the board up? JD, yeah. GAM, full control. Maybe not as a controller as you like with that MG. And/or maybe not the ammo that's required. Vitality, outside edge zone. They're the team that has to move. Is there a weakness? Is there a kink in the armor? Potentially. He keeps burning that ammo. Repositions the Pico bus, so we can use it a little bit more effectively. Smoke, obviously, to stop the line of sight and the ammo shooting its way through, and it will be a standoff now. Vitality disciplined in these situations. We've seen it already. Game 2 Miramar, they got the win by doing the same thing. This time, no opportunity to get into the zone, no opportunity to close the gap. This has to be a full push here from Team Vitality. Smoke line will go forward. Knows there's a player there. Grenade is being cooked. Let's go over towards the top. Glory's at a distance though. That's a spray. Bit of a connection, but not going enough. Tries to find that position, but Deadrock, so the IGL is already there. Push him down. Now it's a 3 versus 2. Now the sway goes to the French Bumblebees. Nade over the top. Confirmation done. Information now denied. Team Vitality looking for a secondary opportunity to get a win. Deadrock gets the spray on, and GDE. This is catastrophic. Cam the expendables. Cam back off. Vitality continue to push. They've come from the outside edge. I was thinking at that point, difficult, maybe not pushing in time, maybe it's a full control, but for GAM, the only thing they're controlling though is the hope they fall on the grenade. There goes the second one, goes forward. Clory, so looking for the third, got 2 more remaining. Let's put it back in his back pocket at the moment. Quizzy trying to get the information where he can, but he's not found it just yet. So has to make the play, makes the play towards the Doritos on that sort of west side. Quizzy holding up, waiting for the wrap around the other side. Jedroxo charging forward. Let's now get the information. This is where they're trying to understand, where are the players? Where are they so siloed up? Is there a split? Is there a weakness in the armors? Well, at the moment, not so much. They can potentially cross up. They can keep each other alive in the back. But who goes for the overpeak? Glories has the Panzer in hand. Grenade is going to be cooked, primed and ready. Blue zone going to be going forward, and that's going to go to one place though. MG finds the opportunity for ahead of my band, finds the exchange. He's down to the final player. Here comes the push. 2 versus 1. Grenade goes over the top, but it goes round and past on the other side. Blue zone, well, it's going to potentially apply some pressure, but it's not going to be enough. Just to move away. Going to ride this storm. As for Team Vitality, they get the opportunity to move. Glories, though. Hands are in. He gets the launch off. Doesn't get the connection. And Vitality, though. It's another win. It's game number 4. The penultimate game for Vitality. And you know what? Actually, that was a hard-fought win. Like, difficult to play. Because lost the zone. Cam had that zone. Right. Let's get this final game. Oh, my days. Nixie, brother. He's hot under the collar, peeps. Where is he? Saw him here. Found the Nixie. He's sweating. There he is. Look at him. Look at the handsome devil. Ibby, family down. I've got people to kill. Oh, mate, these lads are sweating. There's really no aircon in there. Oh, my days, lads. Here we go. It's the final game. Game number 5, though. Playing path, though. North, east, and central. Central, pushing towards that sort of southwest. Let's favour the top side of the map. Actually, everyone will be okay. They're all out. We're going to have some crazy zone. No, it's not going Zaki. So what I'm saying to myself in the head, Toby, if you're all out there, mate, it's not going Zaki, brother. Do we get a repeat? Maybe. Just 3 days of action, though. Good rocks. Vitality, the IGL for the team. Giga Esports. I'm just heading away around. Oh, thanks for the primo. I've been to all that sub goal. I've been slacking now. No excuse. Appreciate the spoiler. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to be covering some more tomorrow. Even if, as I said, even if I can't cast it, I'll get on the production PC so you guys can watch it no matter what. Just means I won't be able to do the old skipperoonie, the skip old forward. And obviously I do need to prep as well. I am on PUBG main channel, PUBG Esports, for the PEC Full Cups. Give myself an amazing blank cast. Little legend. Where he heads off towards the PUBG Mobile. He's one of the main talent for them. Really enjoyed casting with Blank, actually. Really nice guy. Listen, a map stream. Give me a map stream. Give me a link for a map stream. There's only rotation. I don't know why. Especially when we got that game situation. It was before. And obviously they're getting no comms, so right. Making their work. They're piecing it together. Game at a time. But this is the final game. And they are piecing together with Kiss in hand. Dig will fall. Kiss can't re-peak. Pressure applied from Gustav, keeping his boy alive there. GG's. And then on the north side, where's the rest of Myth? That's the question. Is it full sense? Narnia. There we go. We're back. We're back. Also, thanks for the subscribes on YouTube, guys. I've been shocking. I'm casting recently. Just get on the main circuit, so it's been difficult recently. I don't work out that fatigue just yet. Managed to pick up 17 gaming, drop it on in. Are we not down? God, I could run to Narnia. Hit me up. Ooh, the risky water drops. Feel safe. So you're swimming back. Falcon's already on 2. Wait, the leaderboard on the left results after each game. Yeah, it threw me today when I was watching. It literally is just match leaderboard only. I have pinned the actual overall leaderboard, though, in the Twitch chat. So click on the liquipedia.net link. That'll take you straight to it. I didn't see the end of the games. I didn't really watch it earlier after the long technical. So I thought I'd do a bit of a rerun. So please don't give away who wins. But yeah, leaderboard is one game and done. Reset. A little cheeky reset. Do you think the casters have watched a single game of PUBG before? No comment. I'm sure they have. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been picked up, right? Fun to drop. A 6-hour pause. So, I do know the answer to that question. That question is because they lost the internet service for the LAN client in the venue. They'll try and get it back on. They also had a number of other issues with, especially around sort of team comms and the microphones. I spoke to Gunnar after the event. He pinged me and I pinged him back because I was trying to find the connection to talk to the guys. And he was like, our game number 1, they had no mic. They couldn't hear each other. The mics weren't working. So they played game 1 with no comms, basically. There we go. This is a third party event. PUBG Esports pulled from the main channel due to quality controls. They couldn't continue to sort of restream it on there. They left it to the third party organisation just to obviously continue on their channels only. PUBG Esports channel. So yeah, again, I don't know anyone on production. I will say a big thank you to PUBG Esports though. Finding me the contact and the email I had to ping through to get the clean feed. PUBG is a very difficult game to observe. It does take years. Some of the best people, like for me, there's a good EMEA circuit. Koho, really, really strong. The old Ascend coach. Really, really strong, like kind of in-game director guy. You can tell when he's on things. Because he's a pro player, he's a coach, he understands how the game unfolds. It's not as easy as kind of like a 4 versus 4 or a 5 versus 5 head-to-head fight, right? You got so many variations. You're constantly watching the map stream, you're constantly watching where teams are rotating. And again, that once you have the reps with the teams, you understand how they play. So like, you'll know certain teams will go for a crash. You know certain teams are more likely to do something than others. Don't get me wrong, a game 5 or game 6 antics, as we say, very different. You tend to find you miss more in a final game of the day. Oh my days, example, bounced off the car. I'm going to say he planned to do it. And it went in to the room. GG's. What Kobe? Tab's playing for obviously just a month, so don't know. So Tab is the coach for them. Sorry for those that have been here and I'm repeating myself. Very, very unique sound that. Nope. Nope. I think he's got too close to the wall. I need to go this side. Smoking the adjacent, but because now I'm going to try and have to hold. You have to get on to that little container and then, or that little barrel, and then get on the Zippo line. Would I expect to see more of them? I think I would have. Still think they may be underutilized. Personally. Is ENC confirmed to be in France yet? Or are they just store rumours? EJ finding Belmont. That's a big knock, full sense. You can hear that. Oh, damage done. Nearly. Nearly. Like a grenade. Car parts in the garage. Strimsy finds the loot. The Tab. Rotating his way around. Long way around. Narnia and back. Looking for elevation. Careful, not to give away too much. Using my peekaboo. Back towards the other side. You know, legend. A little bit entrenched here by the myth. Gotta be really careful. Tab does get the high ground as well. That's fine kick. Information gained was huge. And it goes, water. Hands goes through. Shrimsy finds him though. Example will fall down the Tab and loop. And have to try and tighten their way back up. Med has to go on. He's phase 3. That's tickle. Doesn't hurt too much. Tab holding the angle, allowing Lou to potentially get, example, back up. Falcons don't have the same positioning to do it. Shadow Esports, not the best starts for them for day number 1. I feel like they've kind of fell off the radar since the start of the day. That break must have affected them. It's difficult, right? You want to break, you wait for the game, you're sitting there for 4 hours, and you mostly can't go to the toilet, you can't talk to and they're talking to your coach, trying to figure out what's going on, see all these people working their way around. It's like very difficult. You've got to keep your head out. Oh, the tab was playing for his minds. Yep, the coach was subbed in again. Guys were saying earlier that maybe Perfectix needs to worry about his job. The tab looking strong today. He definitely isn't just talk the talk. He does walk the walk. Snoopers there. Jacob finds GTE. Cold finds that confirmation from JD Gaming. Yes, Chunks. Wait, this is live? No, it's a rerun, mate. Rerun. In the day, brother. In the day. Be back on. Didn't have casters. They did have casters. We're going to too much of the conversation of that. I'm sure chat will enlighten you, kind sir. But during the event, I asked PUBG Esports if they can get hold of a clean feed for me, and they made the calls and the emails, and I got a message saying I had to fill out this form and this disclaimer, and I can say this and I can't say that, and I can do this and I can't cover that up. And now we have a rerun. I was just going to go tomorrow, but I thought, you know what? I wanted to test the PC, get some dust. I'm doing the PUBG PC Cups tomorrow, or the Cup tomorrow, the first week. Just looking forward to that. I'll be back on this tomorrow a bit. Won't be as much of a cast for me tomorrow because obviously I'm working. You know what it's like, Chunks. Plus my office is a mess and I need to tidy up. All right, Jazz. Not a bad zone. If you haven't already, give Chunks a follow. He's an outstanding caster, an absolute legend, a myth of PUBG. He's a god, like Zeus-style god. So give him a follow. Give him some love. If you're on Twitch. Plus he's a nice guy. But more godlike than nice guy. Steps up. Because we'll find the end. Figure Esports trying to find safety. D1 trying to find opportunity. A Chunks the desk. So the game 1, I can say game 1 started. They done game 1. Technical faults. Like loads of teams didn't have microphones. The internet went down after game 1. The desk held for an hour. 1 hour before they went to a break. I felt for the guys. So that was a big GG's for me. That's hard to do. Because you know production is not telling you anything in your ear either. Because they're trying to fix stuff. Alright versus Digger. But Digger also receiving blows from Shadow Esports. As he does find Sancho down. He does actually find that confirmation. Jedrox does get steered away. So for Shadow Esports, not the best start to today. But as though Uzi in hand. Uzi VSS. And a bicycle. Jeez. They had casters, name. Yeah, they had casters later on in the day. Well, I heard someone talking. That people were talking. See, well, I mean, unfortunately there, as an example, does eventually fall down towards zone. The 9mm god himself, Batornis though, biking his way forward. Yeah, they're casters. Was I dreaming that? No. All right, we'll fall. And to hold that position. Falcon's down. Anyone's Legends down. Digger down. All right. Losing a 1, so 4 down to 3. C1 same as a 3. Myth down to a solo. Scrap that. Myth now out 13th place. Vitality charge on in. Aggressive. Bataldin cycles by. He gets the confirmation, so was that worth it? Yeah. It was another point on the board for Twisted Minds. A good start. I've fallen off the leaderboard slightly. Game 1, game 2 was decent. I also missed his chunks as well, bro. Send my love. Do need to come down and see you, though. South Coast, I will get arranged, mate. My car's sorted now, so. New car arrived. I need to go back in and do a few bits and pieces. Once I've done that, I will come and see you, mate. No, Twi's good to pay for Twi's. Third party, so sometimes I don't use it. Mortifier comes in, hell of my bad. Oh my days. 17 game in a bad spot. Grenade goes off. Wimbo has to try and back away. All guys can be doing the same. Confirmation has been done. Tiantan will now fall. 17 game in a bad spot for them. Yeah, we need to get a sorted, Chunks. I'll be down, bro. Just a mine's full. December 12th. Is digging his way to victory. How difficult to call this one. Geeko's right in the middle, right? And Super's the same. Bit more on the south side. Geeko got multiple to fight. All sense though, no defensive against JDG, you won't really crest that ridge, but they can't let GAM come in from that north side. DN Supers can't extend down, so they've got a decision which way they go, or they can continue running the line. Again, need to wait and see. AD game in. Not bad hold. Well, I quite like that position. It's just, again, it's a gamble, right? They go north or they go south. They rotate their way in. T1 gaming on 5 kills. We could try and climb that leaderboard. You can see Vitality. Again, Vitality very eager to kind of get kills. Zone. Phoenix now decide. DN Supers looking for charge. EK the same. They find themselves in a position. DN Supers obviously got a big hold. They've got to stand on the outside edge. Kind of allow VP to kind of sneak in. The same as Full Sense. They have to hold those teams at bay in the southeast corner. Full Sense has to get going. They've got to do a full send themselves. And Vitality, a good day one from them. They got a full placement points. Maybe not as much as they'd like. Well, it is a 9-point game. She would take it. You would take it all day. I don't know if you guys have seen this, Rob. I'm in PUBG India's grand final for their event. It's a 3-day weekend. Obviously got 2 days of the 3. I said to them, guys, do you want me to find another cast that can do all 3? And they're like, no, we want you to do first and last. Even if you can't do the middle one, it doesn't matter. So I'm looking forward to that. PUBG India is definitely a region that is up and coming. Obviously, with the exposure to PNC, now back to back, PNC, essentially the same. The opportunities to get there. People are coming out of that region now en masse. So I'm really intrigued to see how they develop and I'm in London on the Sunday of the next bank holiday around Wembley. It's the other side of London to me, but what's the day of the bank holiday? Like 2 weeks, isn't it? Or is it, no, it's the end of August. Oh my god, what a molly! Goodbye. Oh my, they actually stopped looking at him. He's got away with it. Chunks, it is like the end of August, that one. The problem is you'll need to do production yourself. That's the only thing, bro. This is always going to explode. Full sense, unable to go around the other side. DN Supers will try and hold. Yeah, PUBG India's 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So 22nd that I can't do, mate. If you're around, ping me. I am helping him out, though. Try and get exposure to the region, because it is to be a region that is going to be growing. There'll be a big focus on them. So it's back-to-back PNCs and more teams. Obviously, PUBG Mobile is huge there, right? So the transition from there to PC, yes, mechanically different. But we're seeing more and more players, more and more orgs come across towards both. Here comes for our top four. The Indian Supers, though, still hold that high ground in the southeast corner. That is true. That is true, Junks. I can't tell that way. Junks is one of those people that I asked for advice and guidance very early on when you obviously asked. So, and very good at giving honest feedback. Honestly, not too honest feedback for this because it's pretty chill, Chunks. So, bear with me. Came on a bad spot as well. T1 again being aggressive, but Sambu holding out. Can't see him getting too much further up. He does run into a rock. He does run into safety. It's 4-3-2-1. 4 versus 3 versus 2 versus 1. GK in the centre. Unfortunately, the Sharks are closing for 2-1. Gam have gone north. That's interesting. It's a ridge to play from. Get me that score sheet out, mate. Get that red pen out. Have you? Sorry, you can't put a C4 on the Dorito. It's not going to move, mate. Surely DN Super's going to get this one. Surely they got the 4. They got the high ground now. The zone shifting away from them. They've got, obviously, for GTE pushed around the other side. JDE fell down. T1 obviously didn't play their way. They played north, and Geeke lost numbers as well. So all rolling down. Tanvu with the pedicure onto Heather. Done. Hand in the cookie jar. Punished. Is he going for 2 for 2? T1 now down to their final player. Difficult, obviously, guys, as well, to play to that south side for like T1, etc. The rotation around to that north side, I think, is the right play. Maybe that only card they could play. They're hoping to sort of roll into a bit more of an entrenched area they could fight from. But not the case. Not the case at all. Geek, it is a lay low and pray. No heavy utility comes rolling in. Supers. Their game to lose now. Surely they can't lose it from here. They've got the bodies. Just don't overstep. Take rid of the solos. Sweep across then towards the west. Keep potentially GTE at bay. If you can keep Gam out, you're laughing. But you need to fund the solos. What's your opinion of today? Game's been pretty hectic. The zone crazy, Alfie. The fake Alfie. The old holder. It's that Tego game was crazy. I didn't really watch it like live. I watched kind of part of game 1. I was driving back, but then when I got back in, they hit the technical break and then never returned. The gamers have been good, pretty quick. Quick up to the late game. I think you can kind of call out the closes pretty well now. So a lot of these teams are settled more with a kind of TPP ending. Obviously, it is going to always slow down at the end. Know what your thoughts are, mate? Did you watch all the games live then? Does Gam know where the solo is? I don't think they do, actually. Yeah, this is... They can't lose this game. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing, taking the head-to-head to find the solo. So they have found the solo. Why is T1 still showing as one person? Oh, there you are. 3 versus 4. Damn, outside edge. In supers. And pretty much centralized position. Mate, I watched game 1 and we might never seen PUBG mobile casters, but it's made me realise how much better talent-wise guys versus better. I'm watching PUBG. That wasn't fun. Okay. I felt for the obviously for the guys in the desk, like I felt for them, mate. Like an hour hold, difficult. Very, very difficult. Just gonna try the big play. I think. Humans found them. The C4. Hopefully we get picked up. No, it falls short. Look, you gotta take it. They gave it a go, right? Tambu sub into Zoe, maybe. Let's go out. 4 versus 2. Gets 1. Oh! What? How did he survive that? Jeez! I got a stage, man. Fireworks. Can't fault that stage. Oh, wrong one. I'm muting. I need to mute that one there. Game's pretty solid. Games are pretty solid. Minus the technical ability. I still think some of the players are still having technical issues, especially around audio. Obviously, and the venue lost internet, so not great. Not a great start for them, but they made it through. They took the break. I think that's the right thing. Sometimes, obviously, you just try to stick it and see what happens and kind of work through it, right? But yeah, you can't get away from that. It looks bloody hot in there as well. A lot of the players and stuff have got like these fans on, and you're like, whew, that looks spicy. That looks spicy. Tomorrow, right? What's going on? So, there is 3 days of this. So it is today, tomorrow, and Sunday. It is best of 15, so 10 more games, 5 a day. I think it kicks off at like 9, 10. I'll be on. I will plan to get it on my Twitch channel. So share the love, tell everyone. I'll get it on here. Even if I'm not here, I'll try and put it on so we can still watch it. Though, and obviously we'll have English casting if I am here. If not, you'll have a clean feed experience, should we say? I still think it's good to watch. Obviously, be on the main channel, which will be on YouTube. I know everyone doesn't always like watching on YouTube as well, so I will try and offer something up for grabs. Just realized the graphic is wrong there, so I will do this. Okay, cool. What else is going on? So I'm on PUBG Esports channel tomorrow. We've got the PEC Cup. So tomorrow I do plan to also do a bit of a rerun of the 5 games if I can fit it all in on the event, obviously Wednesday of the qualifiers, to find those sort of 16 teams. Multiple groups will go through. So again, interested to see who sort of tops the tail there, etc. Again, big names already playing, so I've had a sneaky look, but I do want to watch it because I was away. That's it from me. Thank you very much, everyone that has jumped in for this random rerun stream. I'll see all you guys tomorrow early doors. Again, share, love, like, thanks for the subscribes, and yeah, I love you guys. See you in a bit. Peace.